down to the other line. The way they move through all your heat, they never will understand that you were always my do or die.
YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists from around the world. And guess who's just uploaded a latest track as I'm diving into what is Ian? That's right, DPR ARTIC. Now, this song is Do or Die featuring DPR Ian. So I need to know a little bit more about this. Look, I am not a connoisseur. This is like my second, I believe, or my third reaction on this particular channel, and I'm blown away by the one band element. And when I mean about the one band element, there's one person that's doing so many intricate things as well as having his day-to-day life. It's like, what? So I don't know what to expect, but I know it's going to be full of. It's going to be full of. What that full of is I don't know. It seems to me what I'm getting at the moment is that no matter what I'm watching from it is much more than the music structure. It's the art form in it. And it's been a long while where you have to where you're paying attention or want to pay attention to the visuals as well as the music. Normally you get from an artist, yes, you're enjoying the artist, but enjoying what the artist is doing. But you're not looking at it as an art form. What DPR perfect dream perfect regime, what I'm seeing is I'm looking at the whole ensemble, and he's just playing a part in that artistry of that amazing construction of this picture. And like I said, you're looking at everything and you'll be dazzled. You've got the wow factor on every intricate part of the visuals, as well as, like I said, he plays a part in that visuals. I don't know how to explain it other than the way I'm explaining it. And I should shut my mouth right about now and press play, because he might just deliver something that just throws everything what I said right out the water. So, without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it? It's called DPR ARTIC. Kim Min Nima. I love that labyrinth feeling that he's bringing into the intro. And just leading with just two instruments.
Come down to the other line. The way they move through all your heat, they never will understand.
His vocal certainly suits this track.
You were always my do or die.
Do you know what I just realised? He's taken it so far away from his last upload. So his genre styles of music and has a wide capability. It really, really has, because it's not only is he doing music in different kind of genre styles of music, but he's making sure that that style of music is right up there that could compete with the producers or artists who are at the top at that time. I can put this particular track anywhere in the top 3 of the dance elements, or the festival elements, or what's his name, the Guetta or whatever. What's his name? David, whatever his name is. I can't remember what his name is. But all the top DJs and the producers in this quality, this fits right up there. Vocally, everything. So it just shows me that he's one of those people that, I'm expecting jazz next, or rock. He's done the heavy metal rock element. Even if you put his heart to classical, I know it'll be quality right up there. It's not just like falling around with, I'm just doing music. He's doing music, but he wants that music to live up there with the highest standard. And the visuals as well, everything just plays a lovely part to it. I really do like it. I like the whole structure. The labyrinth in the beginning. I'm going to go back just a little bit to about say here. This baby goes, something gets out, whatever.
My do or die.
My do or die. I love the visuals, man. It's almost like
Come down to the other line.
come down to the other line.
The way they move through all your hate, they never will understand.
They never will understand
that you were always my do or die.
Love that. Always my do or die.
My do or die.
The contemporary art form dancing that you're doing in there, and the colours that you're using as well. And I wonder why.
Always
Talk about
my
that
do
after.
or die.
I like the jacket as well. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. David something that. Guy Getter or something like that. Like the way how you go out, the same way how you went in. I've only heard that a couple of times, to be fair. So that was, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, DPR ARTIC, Do or Die, featuring DPR Ian. Have I got that right? So, like I said, the track itself, it is, what I like is that normally in various artists, we call them conveyor belt artists. Like, and I'm not talking about DPR or anything. I'm talking about the artists that are in the music industry at the moment that's signed by these major record labels. I call them conveyor belt artists. You can easily replace them and still carry on with the genre style of music. And the ones, the singers without the right, I'm talking about the conveyor belt artists. So, with those particular artists, to stand at conveyor belts, you're always going to have their songs kind of have, their next song is always going to be similar to the song that was previously released. And some of them get really greedy on that, and it might even stick as their schematics. Once you hear that kind of beat or once you hear that way of sound, you always know what artist it's going to be. And then you got the stick out artists that keeps you on your toes, where they're making sure that their last song is nowhere near. You cannot even have any kind of similarities from the last song to the present song. It's just giving you a curveball, like someone's just done heavy metal and now they're doing classical. Do you know what I mean? And they're as absolutely brilliant as they've done heavy metal as the way they've done classical. And what I'm seeing is, the DPR have got that in the bag. And it's kind of a thing of, you can't wait until their next release. Because even though you try to anticipate what kind of genre style or what it's going to be, you're going to be totally wrong, but you're also going to be pleasantly surprised by what they have delivered. I can never, ever predicted that they was going to produce a song like this. I was still going to be staying on tune to the previous reaction that I did of this. And I thought it was going to be a continuation. But what they've given me is a taste of their capabilities, and also led a taste of that sweetness to continuing on to finding out what is. I feel that even no matter how far back I go into their catalogue, it's still going to be as fresh as I am listening to this particular song right now. It's just been released. and I'm still gonna have that high energy of wow factor in me. So follow my journey. I will be finding out. I believe this is my third reaction, and I am still got this what thing about. And I don't even want to be calmed down on it. It's just more of, this is brilliant. And it's just fantastic when you see an artist, a gem of an artist, and DP. Look, I'm just getting, the artist I'm talking about is not only Ian, I'm talking about DPR and Ian together, what they're doing. I presume that's their channel rather than it's just DPR ARTIC and then Ian's got his other channel. I don't know about that. If he is, then please let me know about that. But what they're doing together, love it. I love the creative style, and it's certainly needed in the industry to show people what true creativity is. And that, not more importantly, that you don't need this amazing, fantastic, massive budget or this amazing, fantastic record label to back you up behind you. Don't get me wrong. Record labels are good because they've got massive resources and access. If they can tune you around the world and go into plenty of stages and concerts and that stuff, and it'll be that much harder for you to do the same thing. Don't get me wrong, they got that in the bag. That's years and years and years and years of research and everything else of these record labels. The big ones. So I'm not saying it's not a minus. You're just saying that you're just getting a lesser percent. But if you've got the heart and soul and the passion and the business sense to being independent and being creative, then, all the access and there's no excuse, because every access in the world is there for you. The world is your oyster for you to do that. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm just glad that there's things like that for artists like this, so we can see things like that, if that makes sense. Until next time, I salute you. Boom.